Hello, Foxu of Wisdom. What wisdom will you bestow upon us today? I have a lot of articles to do with sexual assault, and so I guess today is day. Which makes sense after I made that tweet about loving the juice. I don't know why PETA called it that. I don't know why whoever controls the PETA account thought it would be a good idea to call milk juice. But that was a very weird tweet, and I was like, look, I have to quote this. Like, there's just, I can't just ignore it, alright? This is my calling. It's calling to me. PETA are retards. They really are. I also learned from several people on that tweet, when I talked about, you know, hot chocolate, I was like, I love... I was talking about, so hold on, I'm trying to like tangent into something else already. And I was talking about something else. Icy Bart even reminded me what I was talking about. And then I promptly forgot. What was I in the middle of talking about before I got hella distracted? Hot chocolate, thank you. That fucking juice tweet that I made. I learned that there are people who genuinely dislike hot chocolate. And that just doesn't make fucking sense to me. How do you dislike hot chocolate, man? How do you exist? How are you real? I don't understand. And then there were a couple of people that were just like, I don't make my hot chocolate with juice. I make it with water. I was like, I'm gonna blow your mind. That's like someone saying I've only ever had jobs from people with like sharpened teeth from one of those cultures that participate in teeth sharpening. And then they have a job from a normal human and they're like, oh my god, it's not supposed to be painful? What the f— Hot chocolate should only ever be made with milk. Hard agree, man. Probably lactose intolerant. Well, they should start drinking milk until they lose their lactose intolerance. Skill issue, honestly. You met a lesbian that hated chocolate. Weird day. Well, I mean, she's a lesbian, so, you know, she's obviously double wrong. She's got the woman debuff and then the lesbian debuff. She's a woman who likes women. How could you be more wrong than that? I also like putting marshmallows in it. If you got like the big marshmallows and then you watch the marshmallow melt in it, or if you're fucking from New England and you have Fluffernutter and you get like a spoonful of the fluff and it sticks to the spoon and then you stir that in there and you can kind of like lick it like it's a chocolate marshmallow lollipop. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's not even worth the hot chocolate if it doesn't involve hot chocolate with water is an abomination. True. Imagine having non-juice hot chocolate, man. Never trust someone that tries to talk you into removing milk from your diet. Milk is very important. A milkless man cannot be trusted. Maybe that's been my problem. Maybe that should have been my red flag. Even like the guys that I've dated in the past, if they drank milk in the beginning, they eventually started becoming lactose intolerant and having to drink almond milk. Maybe that's what I need to start asking when I start dating again, when I move to New England. Just be like, can you drink milk? This is an important question for the potentiality of our relationship. If you don't drink milk, you're an abomination and I can't have children with you. Okay, yeah, we can start with this one. Here's one of Darren Bell's cartoons accusing Donald Trump of being a sex pervert. What a surprise. And then somebody posted a couple of more down in the comments here. So we got some hilarious comics from this Daryl guy. And then, a famed cartoonist arrested for possession of child sex abuse material. Sacramento Valley Internet Crimes Against Children detectives conducted an investigation stemming from a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children related to someone uploading child sex abuse material, also referred to as child pornography. The tip was related to 18 files containing CSAM, the investigation continued, and a total of 134 videos of CSAM were located and linked to the same account, owned and controlled by 49-year-old Darren Bell. Yesterday morning, January 15th, ICAC detectives served a residential search warrant at Bell's home. Detectives recovered evidence related to the case, as well as computer-generated and AI child sexual abuse material. Can you imagine being so far gone? You're like, yeah, I need to AI generate some of this shit, man. I need my fix. Like, what the actual fuck? We have a transgender pedophile in Australia has been convicted for the sexual abuse of his own 5-year-old daughter. Autumn Tulip Harper was given a lenient sentence after it was argued that he only committed the acts to be validated as a woman. So we're gonna read this article. Content notice. This article contains graphic details from a trial related to the sexual abuse of a young child. Some readers may find the content disturbing. Reader discretion is advised. A trans-identified male in Australia has been sentenced to just over 4 years in prison for the horrific sexual abuse of his own 5-year-old daughter. While the offender was given the pseudonym of Hillary Maloney by the court, Redux can exclusively reveal the pedophile as Autumn Tulip Harper. Redux has chosen to withhold Harper's male birth name in order to protect the identity of the victim. Harper, 25, was first identified as a suspect in the production of vile child sexual abuse content after an American pedophile he had been communicating with was arrested in September 2023. A forensic examination of the pedophile's devices found that Harper had sent him pornographic images and videos of a young girl via Discord, of course. Of course, Discord. After identifying Harper as the owner of the account the content had originated from, police in the United States notified Australian authorities of their findings. On September 15th, 2023, police raided Harper's home in Clayton, South Victoria, and seized his electronic devices. An examination of his cell phone found he had produced 77 files categorized as child abuse material between May and June of 2023. The female child in the materials was identified as Harper's own 5-year-old daughter. According to the court records, Harper had been in an online BDSM relationship with the American pedophile, who encouraged him to sexually abuse his daughter in exchange for words of validation. Harper sent the other man a range of images of his daughter, including her naked in the shower, and of him sexually posing with her. The court also detailed that there were several videos of Harper kissing the child's private areas, I really don't want to read that sentence, and licking her butt region. This is absolutely abhorrent. This is disgusting on a level that I could not have imagined before reading this article. Jesus fucking Christ. Why are human beings like this? Why are human beings like this? Jesus fucking Christ. I understand, you know, like, when you hate something, you know, make sure you can explain why you hate it, but certain things I just do not like reading out loud, specifically, chat, so please excuse me here. In one of these videos, Harper is heard asking the girl if she likes it, to which the child clearly responds, no. Why are certain people allowed to have children, man? I'm not gonna pass the buck off to demon possession. This isn't some, like, mysticism bull. Some people are just patently evil, and their lives are functionally worthless. The people like this that will actually abuse children, or the mothers that will, like, Munchausen by proxy their children and mutilate them for in a good boy points online. Like, how do you do this to a child? How do you see a living human being, like a child that is not even aware of things around it in the world, and you're like, I'm just going to use this for my own gains. What those gains are don't matter. This child isn't its own person. It's just here to serve my interest. Like, what the f? Despite being arrested for the serious crime in September of 23, Harper was released on bail and was allowed to remain free throughout the duration of the trial. I would say also hang the judges in this case. Anyone who is involved in the process of letting this man out on bail and not locked up, they should not only be fired, but they should also face criminal offense charges. This is absolute insanity to me. How do you look at what happened in this case and say, yeah, this guy should be on the street? Oh, you know, we shouldn't keep this guy locked up.